Yes, let's read this. The rules about light sports aircraft, but that's in United States. But that's 600 kilos and 650 for seaplanes. No fixed landing gears. Maximum speed, cruise speed, maximum speed 220. But let's read it, and you need a pilot license, American sports pilot license.
Light sport aircraft. A light sport aircraft, LSA, or light sport aircraft, is a fairly new category of small, lightweight aircraft that are simple to fly. LSAs tend to be heavier and more sophisticated than ultralight, aka microlight, aircraft, but LSA restrictions on weight and performance separates the category from established GA aircraft. There is no standard worldwide description of an LSA. LSAs in different countries, edit. The civil aviation authorities in different countries have their own particular specifications and regulations which define the LSA category. For example, in Australia the Civil Aviation Safety Authority defines a light sport aircraft as a heavier than air or lighter than aircraft, other than a helicopter, with a maximum gross takeoff weight of not more than 560 kilograms, 1,235 pound, for lighter than aircraft, 600 kilograms, 1,323 pound, for heavier than aircraft not intended for operation on water, or 650 kilograms, 1,433 pound, for aircraft intended for operation on water. It must have a maximum stall speed of 45 knots, 83 kilometers per hour, 52 miles per hour, in landing configuration, a maximum of 2 seats. There is no limit on maximum speed unless it is a glider, which is limited to VNE 135 kNCAS, fixed undercarriage, except for amphibious aircraft, which may have repositionable gear, and gliders, which may have retractable gear, an unpressurized cabin, and a single non-turbine engine driving a propeller if it is a powered aircraft. In the United States, several distinct groups of aircraft may be flown as light sport. Existing certificated aircraft and experimental, amateur-built aircraft that fall within the definition listed in 14 CFR 1.1 are acceptable, as are aircraft built to an industry consensus standard rather than FAA airworthiness requirements. The accepted consensus standard is defined by ASTM International Technical Committee F37. Aircraft built to the consensus standard may be factory-built and sold with a special airworthiness certification, SLSA, or may be assembled from a kit under the experimental rules, ELSA, under experimental airworthiness. A company must have produced and certified at least one SLSA in order to be permitted to sell ELSA kits of the same model. ELSA kits are not subject to the normal experimental amateur built, EAB, requirement 14 CFR 21.191 which identifies an aircraft, the major portion of which has been fabricated and assembled by persons who undertook the construction project solely for their own education or recreation. United States, edit. The FAA defines a light sport aircraft as an aircraft, other than a helicopter or powered lift, that since its original certification, has continued to meet the following. 1. Maximum gross takeoff weight, 1,320 lbs, 600 kilograms, or 1,430 lbs for seaplanes, 650 kilograms. 2. Maximum stall speed, 45 knots, 83 kilometers per hour, 52 miles per hour, CAS. 3. Maximum speed in level flight, at sea level in the U.S. standard atmosphere 120 knots, 220 kilometers per hour, 140 miles per hour, CAS. 4 maximum seats, 2. 5 maximum engines forward/motors, 1, if powered. 6 propeller, fixed pitch or ground adjustable. 7 cabin, unpressurized. 8 fixed pitch, semi-rigid, teetering, 2-blade rotor system, if a gyroplane. 9 landing gear, fixed, except for seaplanes and gliders. Aircraft licensing. 1 can be manufactured and sold ready to fly under a new special light sport aircraft certification category. Aircraft must meet industry consensus standards. Aircraft under this certification may be used for sport and recreation, flight training, and aircraft rental. 2 can be licensed experimental light sport aircraft, LSA, if kit or plans built. Aircraft under this certification may be used only for sport and recreation and flight instruction for the owner of the aircraft. 3 can be licensed experimental light sport aircraft, LSA, if the aircraft has previously been operated as an ultralight but does not meet the FAR Part 103 definition of an ultralight vehicle. These aircraft must have been transitioned to LSA category no later than the 31st of January 2008. 4 will have a standard FAA registration, N number. 5 category and class includes airplane, land forward/sea, gyroplane, airship, balloon, weight shift control, trike, land forward/sea, glider, and powered parachute. 6 U.S. or foreign manufacturer of light sport aircraft is authorized. 7 aircraft with a standard airworthiness certificate that meet above specifications may be flown by sport pilots. However, the aircraft must remain in standard category and cannot be changed to light sport aircraft category. 8 may be operated at night if the aircraft is equipped per FAR 91.205, if such operations are allowed by the aircraft's operating limitations and the pilot holds at least a private pilot certificate and a minimum of a third-class medical. FAA certification, edit. This section does not cite any sources. Please help improve this section by adding citations to reliable sources. Unsourced material may be challenged and removed. April 2017. Learn how and when to remove this template message. Several different kinds of aircraft may be certificated as LSA. Airplanes, both powered and gliders, rotorcraft, gyroplanes only, not helicopters, powered parachutes, weight shift control aeroplanes, commonly known as trikes, and lighter than aircraft, free balloons and airships, may all be certificated as LSA if they fall within the weight and other guidelines established by the local governing authority. The U.S. definition of an LSA is similar to some other countries' definition of microlight or ultralight aircraft. Other countries' microlight definitions are typically less restrictive, not limiting airspeed, the use of variable pitch propellers, or the 1,320 pounds, 600 kilograms, gross weight limitation. By contrast, the US FAA has a separate definition of ultralight aircraft defined in Federal Aviation Regulations. Aircraft falling within the US ultralight specifications are extremely lightweight, less than 254 pounds if powered, or 155 pounds if unpowered, are intended for operation by a single occupant, have a fuel capacity of 5 US gallons, about 19 liters, or less, a maximum calibrated airspeed of not more than 55 knots, 102 kilometers per hour, 63 miles per hour, and a maximum stall speed of not more than 24 knots, 44 kilometers per hour, 28 miles per hour. Ultralight aircraft in the US do not require pilot licensing, medical certification, or aircraft registration. Aircraft certified as light sport aircraft exceed the limitations defined for ultralight aircraft and require that the pilot possess, at a minimum, a sport pilot certificate. Among these aircraft were found those that were specifically designed to meet the LSA requirements, as well as overweight ultralights, commonly known as fat ultralights, that previously were operated in technical violation of 14 CFR 103. In addition to aircraft specifically designed to meet the LSA requirements, certain certificated aircraft, such as the original Piper Cub, happen to fall within the definition of a light sport aircraft and can be operated by individuals holding FAA sport pilot certificates. The aircraft cannot be recertificated as LSA, however, although sport pilots may operate conventionally certificated aircraft that fall within the definition of an LSA, the aircraft themselves continue to be certificated in their original categories. Several designers and manufacturers of experimental aircraft kits have developed models that are compliant with the light sport aircraft rules. In June 2012, the FAA indicated that they would revisit the LSA program after their own studies indicated that the majority of LSA manufacturers they had inspected failed to show that they were in compliance with the standards. The FAA announcement said that as a result their original policy of reliance on manufacturers' statements of compliance should be reconsidered. AOPA points out that this is a normal development of a maturing standard and does not expect any significant changes in the rules, only more scrutiny by FAA to assure compliance. The FAA announced on the 24th of July, 2023, that it was considering expanding the light sport aircraft category to incorporate the development of emerging technologies, in particular electrically powered rotorcraft. FAA certified models, edit. Aircraft that met light sport requirements when the rules were announced appear in an FAA list. Some additional models of SLSA, ELSA and EAB aircraft that meet light sport requirements are listed here. The FAA maintains a complete list of approved SLSA aircraft models. Light sport aircraft, partial list. Manufacturer design engine maximum cruise maximum range orders availability type. 3 Extreme Navigator 600 100 HP Rotax 912S 104 kN, 193 km per hour, 747 Nm 2008 certified. Advanced Composites Solutions ACS 100 Sora 120 kN, 222 km per hour, kit. Aeropro /fly aerotic.com Aerotic a 240, tricycle gear, or a 220, tail dragger, Eurofox, Rotax 912 a /912S 115 kN. 213 km per hour, 517 mi, 1060 km, 300 plus sold since 1990 certified. Aeroproct Manufacturing a 22 LS, tricycle gear, Rotax 912UL, Rotax 912ULS or Rotax 912 is 110 kN, 210 km per hour. 594 mi, 1,100 km, since 2016 certified. AMD Zodiac 650B, SLSA, Continental O200 plus others 120 kN, 222 km per hour, certified. Aviasud Engineering Aviasud Mistral Rotax 582 DCDI 65 kN, 120 km per hour, 217 mi, 500 km, certified. Bot Aircraft SC-07 Speed Cruiser Rotax 912 ULS or D-Motor LF 26116 kN, 215 km per hour, 648 mi, 1,200 kilometers, 2016 LSA, pending SLSA certification. Breezer Rotax 912 UL296 kN, 178 km per hour, 497 mi, 920 km. CGS Aviation Hawk Arrow 2 SLSA Rotax 582, Rotax 912F, HKS 700E, HKS 700T, Chaviru 2270 kN, 130 km per hour, 130 Nm 170 plus, since 1992, 2008 certified. Cessna 162 Continental O200D 112 kN, 207 km per hour, 417 mi, 870 km, 195, February 2014. 80 in stock for spares since 2009, discontinued February 2014, certified. Cirrus Design Cirrus SRS Rotax 912S 120 kN, 222 km per hour, unknown, project suspended, certified. Comacola Chrysochris C42, 80 HP, Rotax 912F 105 kN 194 km per hour, certified. Cub Crafters CC11-160 Carbon Cub SS Titan 340 cc, 180 HP 88 kN, 163 km per hour, 391 mi, 724 km, 300 plus 2009 LSA kit /certified. Czech Sport Aircraft Sport Cruiser /Piper Sport Rotax 912S 118 kN, 218 km per hour, 600 mi, 1,100 km, 170 plus, delivered, available since 2006, certified. Czech Sport Aircraft /Wet Aero USH or Mermaid Jabiru 3300 or Rotax 912S 110 kN, 204 km per hour, 415 mi, 830 km, 2006, certified. Dover Aircraft DV1 Skylark Rotax 912S 124,19 kN, 230 km per hour, 539 mi, 998 km, 2004, certified. Ecolot KR030 Topaz Rotax 912 UL 119 kN, 137 miles per hour, 2010, Poland, LSA certified. Europa Aircraft Europa XS Rotax 912 /912 ULS /914 or Javiru Aircraft 120 kN, 222 km per hour, 750 Nm 2009 kit. Fantasy Air Allegro 2007 Rotax 912F or 912S 119 kN, 220 km per hour, 715 mi, 1,390 km, 2008, certified. FK Light Planes FK12 Comet Rotax 912 UL /ULS 914, or Lycoming IO 233, 97 kN, 112 miles per hour, 351 Nm, 404 mi, 1997, certified. Flight Design CTSW, CTLS, CTLSI Rotax 912S. Rotax 912 is 120 kN, 222 kilometers per hour, 815 mi, 1570 kilometers, 350 plus 2005 certified. Higher class aviation sport Hornet LRS Rotax 912F or Rotax 582 100 kn, 185 km per hour, 415 mi, 830 km, 040 plus 2009.